Greetings, humans. This might be one of my last off the cuff unnoted, multi-pointed vlogs. It's time to polish my rough diamond, metaphorically speaking. Will I be speaking metaphors? I could not tell you yet. What I'm experiencing and have been consistently after believing I removed from the programme various atrocious atrocities conceived through thought and fear and blame and lack of self-responsibility on the part of those of us who rebelled against those that imposed the thieving, lying, cheating ways upon us and justified it with our own thieving, lying, cheating response, in that we believed ourselves justified in thieving, lying and cheating in Britain. It's an inherent sort of DNA-ish. I mean, I've been doing some writing, wow, it's the vlogging. The last 12 months or so, maybe a little longer. Where are we now, in June? No, about the last 12 months. In fact, it's not quite 12 months. Maybe 3 weeks short of 12 months doing those vlogs. I mean, doing the vlogs themselves. Wow. And then, you know, the realisation that what I have gained from my application of Destiny tools, when I dropped my weapons maybe 10 months ago, picked up the tools provided, I am pleased with the effectiveness in that, let's metaphor, I took the tool and with it chipped away at personality, ego, though without even understanding the meaning of such terms, even chipped away at personality, ego, application, acceptance and allowance, lack of self-responsibility, ignorance, naivety. And what I am seeing in my vlogs, or what I have been seeing, what I have seen recently, no, what I have been seeing, I'm impressed with the nature of application of the tools provided freely. No one's ever presented to mankind, humankind, this opportunity, and I'm hearing that without the opportunity, the consequences, let's not speak of them, as they will not manifest if we do not allow it to occur. You can dig deep with the tools, very deep, and understand greatly that which is existent, though it is not necessarily in the creation of the world, the remaining in it, than it is. Though the creation of the world where all life can and will live with dignity equally. That is happening. It is happening. And I don't state that from a belief or hope or even a metaphysical knowing that quantum time reality tells me that it has occurred anyway. I don't say it from that perspective. I say it from my experiences out there, meeting people, just at the bus stop, on the bus, on the bench at the supermarket, interactively. Just been a journey. And is that a metaphor? Possibly. Maybe it's an ambiguous metaphor, perhaps. Yes. I'm still being pulled into expressions of culture. And whilst I do enjoy such things myself, it is not best for all. We have tried it many times. We tried it, and it didn't work. We didn't get anywhere. It created confusion, really. It created excuses. People got rich off it and forgot what they were about, possibly. Or they could not. Well, I've been there. You get involved with the people with the money, and you see, when you've got nothing, like I have, nothing as such, not that I want anything as such, but when you've got nothing as such, no capital, let's say, and then one needs to then access capital through someone with capital, that someone will have an agenda and try working in a way that opposes or changes the agenda. They won't allow it. In fact, they wouldn't allow me anyway. Although, you know, rather than blame them for that, if I had been more stable, had more remaining power as such, I could have, possibly could have, mal-education, was mal-educated. It's almost like I was set up even, you know. I mentioned in the vlog yesterday, my primary school education, we were doing arithmetic when we left to go to the seniors. The first maths lesson, the maths teacher says, you all know what Pythagoras' theorem is, don't you? And the class knew. They all came from a different county than I'd been educated in the junior school. I'd never heard of Pythagoras. We'd only been doing arithmetic. So from that point on, I mean, insurmountable gap there. Could not bridge the gap between arithmetic and Pythagoras, his theorem, mathematics. Didn't stand a chance. And then when they started introducing the alphabet into it, what do they call it? Algebra. I just laughed. What? A plus B. I can add 1 and 1. But A and B, it's ebe, 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 ebe. There's a bracket, there's brackets. What? It'd be a racket. I didn't think of it. So, and then there's an even, I was humiliated. I was sent to senior school with short trousers to a school full of children, thousand children generally in senior schools in England. And I was one person with short trousers, 999 not with short trousers. Consequently, it drew attention to, mocked, laughed at, bullied. Mainly because I couldn't stand. I mean, what difference does it fucking make? I could walk in there with no clothes on now, and them all be fully clothed, wrapped up in garments of warmth. I could walk in there naked and look them all in the eye and smile. know that any issue they had would be theirs, and theirs entirely, not for me to really concern myself about. In fact, I would only be concerned if I reacted to them in any way whatsoever. That would concern me, and I would now forgive myself for whatever the reaction or whatever word was prevalent within the reaction. Yes, I missed an opportunity today. I missed an opportunity to turn desire on its head. What I found with smoking was, when not smoking, the desire to smoke, if you overcome the desire to smoke, the desire not met was more enjoyable than meeting the desire. Well, with smoke, I'm not saying it's like that with every desire. I don't know. I'm thinking about sex as the first thing that comes next to mind, because that's what most people desire, although people desire power as well, don't they? So let's stick to the point. The desire to smoke, once you meet the desire to smoke, there is no, it's like seeking satisfaction. There is no satisfaction in cigarette smoking, so you have the desire to smoke. You meet the desire and smoke, and well, I'm not quite sure what to say. What was you desiring there? Desiring to zap your energy, because it takes energy off you. It takes energy to smoke a cigarette. It pollutes your body. It poisons you, in fact. I mean, you can say what you want about cigarettes, but that is the remains of 5 or 6 cigarettes. And if that wasn't there, that would be in my lungs, and my lungs are where my blood pumps round to my lungs, so that when I breathe in, the blood, any toxins in the blood can be cleansed by the air that I've breathed in. So when I blow out, it's a cleansing. Breath is a cleansing experience. It cleanses the blood. So the contradiction there, the blood comes round to be cleansed and it meets that. That's contradiction. Now I will be finding out shortly, possibly 2 or 3 months at least, before I will be able to report on it, whether I have removed contradiction from my life as a consequence of not contradictorily breathing dirt in when I should be breathing a cleansing. It's like putting it's like putting oil on you cut yourself, you go and get some cleansing lotion, whatever it's called, and instead of cleansing lotion you put oil on it. Well, the cut's going to get infected if you put oil on a cut rather than putting ointment. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Where was I there? Desire. So the desire to smoke, when smoking, you meet the desire, it's like, well, it's not satisfying. Often after having a cigarette I think, well, that was pointless. That didn't do me any good. What did I do that for? That sort of reaction. I should forgive myself about that later, why not doing actually. Then what I found was, by not meeting the desire, not sort of fighting it, just not meeting it, ignoring it perhaps, I can't remember how it went. I just didn't meet the desire, and then the desire not met was of greater pleasure than the desire met. I've just said that the desire met was no pleasure anyway, so it wouldn't be hard for it to be more pleasurable, would it? There you go. Thank you.